Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I've not actually shown my face for a while, but here we are. And today's video is why I left the UK for good. Was it a good idea? What were the biggest reasons for doing so? And what have been the biggest lessons from doing it? Just before I start though guys, I do want to say that I'm not slating the UK in any way at all. Like, a lot of my life has been in the UK, and I feel very blessed and privileged to have been born in the UK. I've had a lot of opportunities, a lot of experiences. My family are all there, my friends are there, and it is a great country. So what I talk about today is from my own personal opinion, my own personal perspective, and of course, my own personal experiences. So I hope that you do find some inspiration in this video, guys, a little bit of entertainment. But as always, guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So first of all, I'm not going to give you a big spiel about politics. Now, everyone will have their own experience in the UK, and this is from my own personal experience. And one of the biggest reasons that I left the UK was because I felt quite lonely. I lost a lot of friends, and it was quite hard to find people with a similar mindset to me and people who lived a similar lifestyle. Like, the culture in the UK is very primarily food and drinking, hookup culture, etc., etc. And those things didn't really align with me. So it made it very hard for me to enjoy my life, I would say, because outside of that, there's not that much to do in the UK. I would find myself spending most of my time in the gym. And if I wasn't in the gym, I was kind of just sat at home working. And all of that doesn't seem too bad. Like, it just didn't really, I wanted a different lifestyle and a better environment. So secondly, I guess, is the constant state of crisis that you feel like you're in when you're in the UK. Now, and without actually living it, it's very hard to understand, but like, there's always seems to be problems, and it always seems to be negative, and that makes it very difficult to find just a mutual level of happiness and peace within yourself, which might sound a little bit hippie, but truthfully, like, when your mood is like up and down, like the economy is doing loads of different things all the time, and the cost of everything's going up, down, like, it's very hard to just maintain a level mindset, and also maintain a good headspace. So for me, I just felt like in the UK, it was just a constant state of crisis, and a lot of people were negatively impacted by this, and that would kind of affect you, because everyone around you is just like miserable, like they're just unhappy, they're struggling, and life is constantly throwing them challenges. So I just didn't want to live in that crisis anymore, and I just wanted to find peace within myself. And although I am a man of a more stoic mindset, I did want to find some happiness. So that was a huge reason for me. The third reason for me was the quality of life, or the quality of living, didn't match the cost of living. Like, the cost of living way exceeded the quality of life that you lived, or what I was living. And everything was just so damn expensive. Like, you'd literally go to the supermarket one week, and the next week it'd just be, the price would have increased. Now, you should make more money, or you should earn more money, or you should try to go for a higher income, and that's fine. But ultimately, it's like, just to live an average life was pretty damn expensive. And I just got sick of the cost of everything going up, and kind of just feeling like you're chasing your tail all the time. For example, if I just give like a little bit of a breakdown or overview of like my bills and costs of things, or cost of living, that I was experiencing before I left the UK. Now, I wasn't living like a very low level life. I would say that I'd reached a point with progressing within my career in fitness, self development, etc., that I was living in a nice apartment. I was driving a nice car, and I was making good money. So a little bit of an overview. My car would probably cost me around £700 to £800 per month. That's including finance, including fuel, including insurance. My insurance was £240 a month. Now, this is the car that I drove, but there's no excuse. £240. My fuel would cost me about £250. And then my finance was about £250. So automatically there we've got £750 if I can do the maths, but 750 between 700 and 800 it would cost me per month to have just drive a car, yeah. And what I found was I was literally just driving to the gym and back, which just was not effective. Anyway, apartment probably around 1,200 per month, including bills, but that was almost. That was including bills, but the bills, of course, were going up and down and up and down, so it could vary between like 1.2 and 1.4k. My grocery bills, again, per month were between 250 and 350. Depends on if I needed any extra protein or if I needed any supplements, whatever. So groceries overall, probably about £300 a month. Phone bill between £50 and £75 per month, which was not bad, but again, like extortionate. And now that I have a phone, I think I pay like £9 per month for my phone, which is like substantially different. And yeah, pretty much like, I don't know, going out, general bits and bobs. Like I didn't really do much. I wasn't drinking, etc. But if we're looking really, the sum is about £2,500. And that was just to exist, you know. And yes, I could have had a lesser apartment, or I could have had a lesser car. You know, I didn't have to have such a nice car or a nice apartment, but you want to enjoy life. When you work hard, of course you want to enjoy things, but it just always seemed like I was chasing my tail. So expense and the quality of living versus the cost of living just didn't add up for me. Now, this one is probably one that many people in the UK will understand, and that is the weather. Like, the freaking weather was terrible. Like, you couldn't plan anything. Like, if you plan something and the weather started like chucking it down, it just completely ruins your day, ruins your plans. You know, you have to wear a big puffy jacket, a big coat, a hoodie, gloves. I mean, I'd go for a walk and I'd have to wear gloves, like, and a big jacket. And me, I like the sunshine. So for me, the weather was it was just grey, cloudy, overcast, unpredictable. And even when you got a little bit of sun, it was like very short-lived, and there was no point in planning anything. It's just inconsistent and unstable. So yeah, the weather was a huge reason for me leaving the UK. And the final reason for me, and these are just my top 5 reasons that personally I left. This is a bit more personal. In fact, I know I said personal already. But yes, it's a bit more of a personal thing. And my nan passed away the day before my 30th birthday, and I just had a eureka moment. And I'd been thinking about leaving the UK before that happened, and that was just a defining moment that was like, Luke, go and chase your dreams, go and find happiness, go and find peace. Life is short. And yeah, it's a shame that it took something like that to happen in my life for me to actually take action and go and do it. But that is the case. And once my nan passed away, that was my closest member of family. And I just thought, well, she wouldn't want me sitting here in the UK if I'm not happy and I'm not content. So yeah, that was the last reason for me personally why I left the UK for good. Now, before anybody says that I'm not trying to be a philosopher, like, I'm just trying to give my personal experiences, opinions, and I'm here, I'm living in Thailand, you know, I enjoy my life, I'm 10 times happier now, you know, I can relax, I can focus on, you know, my personal goals and ambitions instead of always feeling like I'm chasing my tail, because I have the time, the finances are reasonable, and the sun is shining. It's great. Like, the people here are so positive, and it's just a really, really great environment. And genuinely, moving from the UK to Southeast Asia has been the best decision physically that I've ever made. And I honestly, the only thing that I wish is that I'd done it sooner. So guys, if you are sitting on the fence, this video, I did want to give a little bit of inspiration, tell you about my personal experiences, and hopefully if it is something that you've been thinking of doing, then great. My recommendation to you is go for it, all guns blazing, and don't be afraid to fail, because doubt kills more dreams than failures ever will. And that might sound a little bit cheesy, a little bit corny, but it's so, so true. Don't doubt yourself. Don't hold yourself back. There's a huge world out there to go explore, experience, and genuinely, guys, it'll change your life forever. So, guys, if you did enjoy the video, and only if you enjoyed it, of course. If you didn't enjoy it, don't do it. But please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps the channel grow, and I'll be dropping more content about Thailand and about my own experiences here. And yeah, it's going to be exciting, guys. So stay tuned, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know if you've been thinking about leaving the UK for good, and I'll see you in the next video.